excuse me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world. This is your favorite person in the entire universe that you get to watch for free because I can't afford to charge you $9.99 because I'm just poor like that. This is Night of Champions 2014 predictions brought to you by Fat Boy, who's our sponsor today.
I got this one. Straight X mini pads.
What the hell? And also sponsored by Minute Maid Fruit Punch.
Yes, Minute Maid Fruit Punch, folks. Minute Maid Fruit Punch. But we're here to talk Night of Champions this Sunday live on the WWE Network, which we pay you can get for only
$9.99.
No, one less than $10.
That's right, $9.99, folks. But enough of that. Let's get started with the first match of the night, and Fat Boy's gonna take the lead here because I do not have the match list in front of me, and I'm sure he does. So he will take the lead.
We will start off with one of the first non-title matches in Night of Champions. These are two former WWE champions. We got Randy Orton and Chris Jericho. As you know, this rivalry kind of is interesting. Started after SummerSlam, I think. Maybe it was after SummerSlam. I know that. Randy Orton and Chris Jericho had their thing. Randy Orton was actually also on a highlight reel with the Authority, and then I think a lot of stuff happened. MSK, would you like to explain more?
Well, after Jericho had a brutal match with Bray Wyatt, he had a knee injury. And while he was in the trainer's area, Orton beat the hell out of him.
That was after a cage match too. Yeah.
Well, I was actually at the Raw with the highlight reel. It was pretty sweet. Don't remember much because I was very, very tired. But I can say I don't really know much else because I've kind of been sporadically watching Raw. But for the most part, Chris Jericho's on his way out again. So I'm gonna go with Randy Orton.
Alright, I will say, considering that Jericho's going to be gone in a few days, for a while, again, that's going to be, I'm going to have to choose Orton.
Alright, for me, I'm going to choose Orton too, as Mike explained it just perfectly clear, is that Chris Jericho is on his way out, and this is basically maybe his last match. It'd be interesting also to see what's going to be on the Peep Show, which is actually the pre-show. Which is one of the segments for the 1 hour pre-show of Night of Champions.
And now, folks, the next matchup. Fat Boy, tell us what it is.
It is our second of the 3 non-title matches of Night of Champions. This was a fun one. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Now, as we all know, this feud kind of started a little bit after SummerSlam, but it also included to the fact that, remember, Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield and joined the Authority. And basically, this was after Seth Rollins basically did the what's his finisher thing called again? The curve stomp. Curve stomp. He did it on to
it's called the blackout.
blackout curve stomp. They call it curve stomp, but he did it to Dean Ambrose on some cinder blocks, which we all know is fake.
But he
And
did,
then,
but he did use them in real life. He did use actual cinder blocks during his indie days.
yeah, that's true. But anyway, Roman Reigns comes out, interrupts the eulogy they had the next week. Basically, want revenge on what Seth Rollins did. We had a couple of stuff during the week, including beatdown of Roman Reigns inside a steel cage, the same steel cage that was used earlier that night with Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt.
And the one where Seth Rollins almost got damn near impaled.
Yeah, that too. And
Is it true, guys? Is it true that that Seth Rollins did his old super kick on Raw? With the super kick with the guys on the knees.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think I remember. I think so. Yeah. But on Raw, it's actually what's funny about the Raw last Monday is that they gave the match for free instead of $9.99. You got it for free on cable on Raw.
That confused me. I mean, why the fuck would you do that and then give them another match? What is this, best 2 out of 3 falls?
Well, MSK, I'm gonna let you start off first.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to go with Roman Reigns since he's the one possibly getting the bigger push.
Mike?
Now, like I said, I've missed a lot, but I've read up some news. And one thing that doesn't make no sense at all, you're having them fight at Night of Champions, yet they had a one-on-one match on Raw, and Roman Reigns won clean. Now, I mean, obviously I've already paid my $9.99, so I kind of have no choice but to, to watch it. I mean, I'm gonna watch Night of Champions anyways, but if your incentive to buy the network, even though this would never be the reason why you buy the network, but the reason you're going to buy the network is for Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, why buy it now? You know what I'm saying? It's just... But ultimately, it's going to be Roman Reigns.
I say Roman Reigns, but I say it's going to be by disqualification. They're going to change it up a bit. They're going to have this kind of like same stuff what they did on Raw, but they're going to change it up. Because remember, Kane didn't interfere, nor Randy Orton. I see the Authority interfering, causing the disqualification, and causing Roman Reigns to win. Because, here's your thing though, you also have to remember the fact, Seth Rollins has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And most of the people who has held Money in the Bank loses matches.
Yeah, but however, Seth Rollins hasn't lost a whole lot. He's actually been winning more than he's been losing. Mm-hmm. Then again, he is in a major storyline involved with the Authority, so obviously you kind of have to win a lot more. But
exactly. All right. Moving on to the next match. Alright, next match is the last of our 3 non-title matches. It is Russia versus USA.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
It's Mike trying to be Lana. It's Rusev with Lana in his corner versus Mark Henry.
Let's see.
Okay.
I got a lot of things I can say, but I'm going to be a classy guy here.
Alright. Anyway, so it all started after SummerSlam, where Rusev was all celebrating. Yeah, beat Jack Swagger. Out comes Mark Henry, kicked his ass. And then basically we had like week and 2 after, it was like they didn't really up that storyline with Mark Henry Rusev, but then Rusev kind of came out to on during a couple of Mark Henry matches, but it got kind of intense a little bit more. And then basically this past Monday we had Mark Henry's rallying up the USA. All right, he's trying to rally America. America.
America! Fuck yeah!
Anyway, I'm gonna start off this one. I'm gonna actually say that even though Mark Henry, yeah, he did all this stuff, support USA, born and raised USA, and was that Olympian. I don't know if he's that right guy to beat Rusev. I'm gonna say Rusev for now. I just have that weird feeling that they're gonna wait until somebody else to beat Rusev. I'm gonna say Rusev. Mike?
MSK goes next.
Okay, MSK.
Well, I was going to finish what you were stirring. I bet you I know exactly who that next opponent is. Why do they always have to bury people with this guy? But, for those of you who know who I'm talking about. But I'm going with Rusev.
I mean, you can't even get more elaboration on why you picked Rusev. You're just like Rusev.
Well, Rusev has, well, after what happened, the momentum's in Henry's favor now.
Okay. For my pick, folks, and I want you guys to look at my camera very carefully. Look at my feet very carefully. I pick.
Now, see.
As we get this video removed off of YouTube, thank you.
I pick the Bulgarian Blues, not Alexander, but the Rusev Crush.
All right. Now we on to the title matches. Should I even start with this one? Cause y'all know.
One more time, just for added effect.
All right, enough. Get that fucker off the screen.
All right. All right. Should we go on with the title matches?
Yes.
I don't want to, but I have to since I am the
executive vice president of talent relations and the interim general manager of both Raw and SmackDown.
No, I am not people power. Alright, anyway. Since I am the Divas correspondent of HW on WGS TV, I have to
God, this fucking match.
It is for the Divas Championship. Paige defending her title against AJ Lee and Nikki Bella in a triple threat match. As you all know, Paige and AJ does have a little rivalry still going with them. However, Stephanie McMahon has awarded Nikki Bella a title match because of her coming out and, bashing her sister and actually helping her at SummerSlam beat Brie Bella. Now, Brie and Nikki still have a little feud with them, but, it's basically they combining the two feuds kind of a little bit together. Now, as you know, this past earlier today on SmackDown, we saw Nikki Bella beat up both AJ and Paige and hold up the Divas Championship. Now, I'm going to pick first because, I'm the Divas correspondent. I'm going to say that Nikki Bella is not walking out with that Divas title.
Thank God.
Because, you know why? You know why I say that? Brie Bella. Brie Bella will interfere in this match and cost her sister that Divas Championship. Now, because I think they could also continue AJ Page for maybe 1 or 2 more pay-per-views, and they have this sexual tension among those two. I don't know why, but that's the storyline.
It's getting hot in here.
Okay, no HLA. Anyway, I'm gonna say that Nikki Bella hits AJ with her rack attack finisher. Brie Bella comes out and interferes, costs Nikki Bella Paige just comes in, dazzling in, just lays on top of AJ and gets the pinfall. Who wants to start off this one?
I think I'll just say I don't want Nick. If Nikki Bella wins, I'm walking out. I'm not watching the pay-per-view anymore. But,
You're full of shit. You'll walk back in and continue watching it anyways.
And we all know why.
No, no. Well,
But
Lesnar.
you will.
Yeah, see.
But I'm gonna go with Paige on this one, because nobody seems to, because they're all distracted by Nikki Bella and Brie. And AJ has already lost the title at SummerSlam, so why don't we just keep the title with Paige?
As my browser's kind of slowing up, that would suck if it froze because I'm the host. You know, I wanted to pick Nikki at first, but then if they just get the title back to Paige again, like first off, sexual tension. Seriously, first off, who's coming up with this shit?
WWE writers. Continue on, Mike. Did he give us the one finger?
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Don't tell me y'all were thinking that when you heard sexual tension.
No, me and MSK was chanting HLA, HLA.
I don't even know what HLA. I don't even know what HLA means, but
You don't
Hot
remember the Eric
lesbian
Bischoff?
action.
Yeah, you don't remember the Eric Bischoff era when they had hot lesbian action?
no, I do. I just didn't know HLA, but Brie is gonna interfere. Simple enough. Brie will interfere, and this girl who
Now,
person
see.
here, I can't place her name. I don't know who that good-looking guy is next to her, but I mean,
It certainly ain't you.
I think she wins. That girl wins and keeps the title.
I think if Paige gonna lose the title, if she loses it back to AJ, I'd say she might lose it back at Survivor Series. I think she might hold it maybe 2 more months.
I don't think she loses it back to AJ again. I just don't.
You don't think so? Because I think, well, here's my thing really. I hate to say this. I think Nikki Bella is going to win the Divas title at some point at the end of the year.
I believe so too.
Now, I believe so too, but let's wait until this whole AG and Paige feud cools off.
They could continue that feud even without the Divas title, honestly.
Well, good point.
They could, but at the same time, do you really want the Bellas to fight over the title?
No, but no.
Okay. Should we move on?
Yeah,
Let's
move on.
Move on. We have the Usos versus Gold and Stardust for the tag team titles. Now, I think it was it? No, it wasn't the Monday. Was it the Monday after SummerSlam that this feud actually occurred, started, continued?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Goldust and Stardust had a match with
the Usos for the tag team titles.
It was more than 2 weeks ago. It's like 4 or 5 weeks now.
Now, the question is, was it after SummerSlam or was it?
Because I went to the Raw on the 1st, and they were already heels. So it was the week before that.
So which is the Raw after SummerSlam. Okay.
Maybe something like no. I think it was the second round.
Okay.
I think.
So whatever. Let's say this. Usos fought Stardust and Goldust for the tag team titles. One of the Usos got injured, quote unquote, with a knee injury, and basically Gold and Stardust won the match, but by a countout, which actually led to Goldust asking for a rematch because he said he was faking the injury. And then when they declined, Stardust and Goldust just started beating up the Usos. So basically, during this whole storyline, Goldust and Stardust they've been going after the leg of, I think it was Jay Uso was injured?
I think it was Jimmy Uso that was the injured one.
Okay, Jimmy. Okay, thank you. Whichever Uso it is, the face paint kind of, but I just still don't know my head, basically.
Okay, the one that's married to Naomi.
Yeah, that's Jimmy. So basically, Jimmy is hurt. They're going after the leg. They even to the point that they use a chair on a chair with the leg wrapped around the ring post and hit that injured leg. So now we have the tag team title match. I'm gonna start this one.
Oh, you want me to start?
No, I'm gonna go first.
Okay, Mike started. All right.
Bastard.
First off, I've always liked Goldust. I never thought the gimmick was creepy. I mean, of course, maybe it was creepy in the 90s. Now it's just it was a fun gimmick. But now that you add in a second one with Cody being Stardust, and the way he's creepier than his brother, and the whole hissing like a cat and being creepy as shit, I don't like this gimmick at all for Cody. I actually know he's actually having fun with it, but I don't think this should win. I think the Usos should wait to lose to the title to the eventual debut of the Ascension. But the Goldust and Stardust are walking away the tag team champions.
And I'm gonna second that with Mike. They've been talking a long time about this fucking cosmic key. And I gotta admit, well, I disagree with Mike's statement. Well, because I believe that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So I'm gonna go with Goldust and Stardust on this one.
It's not that I don't. I mean, it's just something different about the way Cody does it that kind of irks me a little bit.
It just makes me wonder how his wife feels about all this.
She loves it.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, moving on to me. Cosmic Key, they kind of haven't really mentioned the Cosmic Key. At the same time, we knew the Cosmic Key is like they have it. The Usos taking titles, obviously. Now, I'm saying the Usos are going to lose the title because of the injury. Quote unquote injury. I think they gotta use Goldust and Stardust is gonna use that injury to their advantage to win the titles. As much as the Usos are trying to come back and be all hyper, jump off, that injury is gonna come back, haunt them, and beat them. So my pick's Goldust and Stardust. Moving on to the next one is for the United States Championship. Two guys who wasn't even born in America.
I know, right? That's just fucking. That's how much they care about the U.S.
Anyway, it is Sheamus defending his title against Cesaro. Now, as we all know, Cesaro beat RVD to get a shot at Sheamus. No, they have not really hyped up this match that well. It is just a random storyline. We got no real thing to it. And actually, let me give MSK the chance to start us off first. You can also add more to this, so go ahead.
Alright, I am going to start out by saying that Cesaro definitely needs a push. Well, he may have already won the U.S. title, and then he had that crazy gig with Paul Heyman, and then first Zeb Coulter, then Paul Heyman. And then he just sort of went nowhere. This guy is talented. This guy needs a push, and Sheamus is just... I'm going to go with Cesaro on this one.
Mike?
You go next. I'm looking at something real quick.
Okay. So, what MSK been saying is that it's true. Cesaro needs a push. I felt that they could have given him a bigger push when he was a Paul Heyman guy. But I think what have happened is that due to random stuff beyond their control, WWE has to kind of change up how they dealt with it, and basically Cesaro just got basically lost in the shuffle. Will Cesaro win the championship? I think he will. I just don't know how they're gonna give this title reign to give him how long he's gonna hold this title. I want to give him a push, but how you give him a push, I don't know. Mike?
Okay, sorry guys, my computer's being slow. As I had it clicked on Matt the whole time, so while you were talking, James, it was focused on Matt's big dome. Now let's see. Honestly, I think this Cesaro-Sheamus match is kind of pointless. Obviously, it's happening. Obviously, it's not a champion, so all the titles are going to be on the line. But honestly, I don't think the match is, again, pointless. And like I said, I missed a lot, so I don't know if they've even done anything of significance, which I doubt it.
Nope.
So I'm going to say that I'm calling 1-800-FOA. That boy. Take us to the next match.
Alright, the next match, which is the fourth of our 5 title matches at Night of Champions, since all the titles going to be on the line on the WWE Network for how much?
No!
1 less than 10.
8! Wait.
No, that's the
It's
TNA
1
Network.
cent less than $10.
The TNA
Yes.
was like 2 cents. The fuck you talking about?
No, there was a sign. There was a sign in Impact. Anyway, we got Dolph Ziggler defending his newly won Intercontinental Championship that he won at SummerSlam against the former champion, The Miz. Now, we all know Miz is Mr. Hollywood, Mr. Moneymaker, want to protect the face. And basically, now he has a stunt double. A stunt double named Damian Sandow.
It pisses me off they would do that to such a good guy like Darren Stevens.
Hey, Damian Sandow must have pissed off somebody to give him that gimmick. Anyway, moving on. Now, to counteract the little stunt double that The Miz has, because he's Mr. Hollywood and he can afford a stunt double, Dolph Ziggler got the stunt double, which I still don't know why they picked him.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you pick him? And secondly, why do people want to see his ass?
Anyway, no, but the funny thing is that how do you expect I don't know Hollywood, but correct me if I'm wrong, but how is a stunt double of one guy is a different ethnicity of another guy.
Well, they have to look alike.
Makeup. Special. It's Hollywood, man. You could make Mark Henry look like freaking Sheamus if you really wanted to.
Now see the fuck here.
They had
Or
no
have
makeup.
Sheamus-
Hey, they had no makeup there when that happened. Alright.
Or you can have Sheamus look like Beaker from the Muppets.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
The only problem about doing Mark Henry as Sheamus is Mark Henry couldn't do the Brown kick. But
Well, anyway. My pick is Dolph Ziggler for the simple fact they're not gonna give that title back to the Miz. I just feel like WWE's like, you know, Miz, yeah, he's Mr. Hollywood, yeah, but he's not over. He's not basic. The crowd hates his ass. It's all cocky and stuff. Mr. Protect the Face Moneymaker.
But the problem is, though, they don't really care. They really doesn't care for Dolph Ziggler either. So
Yeah,
it's
because
But the fans do.
the fans do, but the fact is,
since
Mike,
when has that mattered to WWE officials?
when Mick Foley was WWE champion.
Here's the thing. We can safely say that if Bad News Barrett hadn't got hurt, Bad News Barrett would still be Intercontinental Champion.
Damn
agree.
right.
I agree, 100%.
But
with
the
that.
doctor said, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Thank you, Jack Swagger.
Anyways, let's get this match wrapped up because this match is pointless. Anyways, I'd say the Miz regains the title. Why? I don't know. I'm bored.
Alright, I'm gonna go the opposite route and say Ziggler retains. With a little help from R-Truth.
All right, that boy.
Yeah, I think well, before we go to that last match, I think R-Truth's there just to counteract the Mr. Hollywood stunt double. Anyway, the last but not least, but your main event of the evening, scheduled for 1 fall is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
As you shout right in my ear.
That's right.
And this, I don't know this guy personally. Thank God.
Anyway, and as I say, there's no. I don't see no streak that needs to be conquered. Anyway, John Cena fights Brock Lesnar. As you know, the last match, John Cena got 16 suplexes. Will we make it 17? Will we make it 17?
It's already been 17.
No.
Already been 17.
Yeah, I know. We added an extra suplex Monday, I know. But will we have 17 in one night? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. The storyline is that, you know, John Cena, it's got to be all mentally now prepared that he's going to beat the Beast, whatnot. Paul Heyman wants him to go to the dark side. John Cena has been kind of teasing it a little bit. He's not really going to the dark side. And, you know, Brock Lesnar just doesn't show up until the night before the pay-per-view. Now, MSK, since it's your favorite guy, I will let you go first. So, Mike already made his pick.
Mike, you're actually going to be shocked at what I'm going to say here. So, Brock Lesnar's going to win, but then I go straight to a prop bet. I think you know exactly where I'm going for.
Cashin.
Yep. But the question is, but I'm not so certain that he'll win.
Now, the question is that who you see walking out with the title? Do you see Seth Rollins or Brock Lesnar? Or even John Cena?
That's a question that will have to remain to be seen.
I kind of need it for a sheet.
Well, just to piss off Mike, Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Mike, would you like to go?
Apparently still had it on stereo mix. Oops.
Better have your...
Whoopsie. Anyways, as I was trying to say, Seth Rollins is not cashing in. As much as I'd like to see it, it is not happening. And it's definitely not going to do it on Lesnar. They're not going to waste it on Lesnar because, like I said, you know Lesnar would beat him. And the thing is, Lesnar does not lose another match until he leaves WWE. And I think Lesnar's done after WrestleMania. So, because after you break the streak and then you lose after breaking the streak, what can you really do? Nothing. I think Lesnar's done after that. And why waste a cash in like that? That'd be stupid. They're making stuff look credible, despite, having some cheap interference wins, whatever. Seth won't cash in. When he cashes in, it's gonna be a momentous occasion because it's gonna be one of those surprise cash-ins, probably. I still say Seth doesn't even cash in until after WrestleMania next year. He's not cashing in until after WrestleMania sometime. Not the Raw. I'm not saying the Raw after WrestleMania, but sometime before his 12-month window's up. But back to the actual match. Obviously, I'm picking Brock Lesnar because there's no reason for Cena to win. And here's the thing I have to question. How dumb can WWE announcers be? I mean, seriously. John Cena got Brock Lesnar, did a couple of shoulder tackles or something. I didn't see what happened. And all of a sudden, Lesnar gets away and runs up the ramp and kind of backs up the ramp. And Michael Cole's like, Cena has conquered Brock Lesnar. Really?
What the fuck was that all about?
That's conquering somebody? More like, motherfucker don't want to get hurt and waste energy before fucking Sunday. I mean, he's conquered Brock Lesnar. Really?
Conquers this.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think there'll be a slaughter as much as it was at SummerSlam. But Lesnar is still going to win that match. I mean, I don't know. One of you guys explain to me how dumb announcers are.
Well,
Bobby the Brain was better than this.
Now here's your thing though, Billy. Billy. If you don't know who Billy is someone me and MSK and Mike knows from WGS, which I actually am one of the reporters of. Kind of explain is like WWE announcers aren't as great as they used to be. Let's say that. The fact is that they're known to follow what they hear from McMahon. And it just doesn't work out. It's just basically the announcer. Basically doing it. No. Anyway, moving on. My pick is Mr. Lesnar because Mike got a point. It's not going to be as dominant as how Lesnar did it at SummerSlam. It's going to be more. It's going to be more on how they did it at their Extreme Rules match in 2012, without the quote-unquote violence of a chair and whatever weapons that they use. It's going to be close, but Lesnar is going to pull it out after 4 F5s. That's right, 4 F5s.
Well, damn. I mean, 4 F5s.
17 suplexes, 4 F5s. I'm just kidding.
Also make him look like he got beat to shit by Albert.
Anyway. As you know, well, that's actually it, everything. We already announced our prop bets. Actually, Mike needs to pronounce his prop bet.
A prop bet. Oh, well, I predicted for SummerSlam, but it was only because I was bored. But I see a realistic chance of it happening, only because they need to tell Cena, give in, give in. You need to just give up and give in and blah blah blah. You will turn bad. And my prop bet, and I still don't see it happening, but I'd have to give it a 35 to 40% chance of happening, just because of the way they're just. I mean, he's seen it turning all the time, but this is one of those moments where you're like, you know, you pause and think there might be a chance for a moment, but then you go, okay, well, not really. But you pause for a moment. I'm like, they did that on purpose. But my prop bet is that Cena will. I'm not saying he'll turn heel, but he will, in fact, give up. And by that, I mean John Cena will tap out.
Ooh.
Because remember, John Cena's motto is never give up. And Mike has a realistic point because he kind of did bring up a little point with the whole couple promos that Cena and Heyman has done. So I give it a 50-50 shot. Anyway.
And not just by any move. I mean, we're not talking like the Kimura. We're talking Brock Lock.
Anyway. Any last thoughts on Night of Champions?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not going to suck as bad as Royal Rumble.
Here's what's going to happen. My final thoughts are that they will mention $9.99 a lot, even though everybody watching has obviously paid $9.99. You can buy it for only $9.99, but if you're watching this, you already paid $9.99. So
unless they're watching an illegal stream,
like I have been the past year.
Hey, all of us paid $9.99. Remember that.
$9.99. There will be a couple German suplexes. Obviously, Bree will fight Nikki at some point during that title match. Michael Cole will continue to be a fucking imbecile at commentary. I will come back from work knowing I have to work during Night of Champions to try to avoid spoilers so I can watch the whole thing. What else? No, that's about it. Fat Boy, Sting is not on your roof. Damn it.
Huh?
Stop looking up for him. He's not up there.
No, I'm just watching ESPN highlights.
By the way, before we go, there's one other thing I want to talk about.
I don't get to say my last thoughts for Night of Champions.
Well, go ahead.
Alright. When I think about Night of Champions is this. Mike mentioned this. Bray Bell, they put Nikki Bella in for a reason. But I just still don't see Nikki Bella walking out with that title. Now, I feel like this is a lackluster Night of Champions. It's not like, That plays basically the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match. Basically, it's like, it's just a repeat of what happened on Raw. So, Yeah, we pay $9.99, but I don't know if it's worth the $9.99 for this pay-per-view.
Well, it's worth it no matter what for $9.99. I mean, you're not just paying for that pay-per-view. You're also paying for all the other shit that's on there. So.
I don't know. It's just like if you're just getting this pay-per-view for $9.99, they're not worth it. There's other stuff you can use it for, but like NXT Takeover, Fatal 4-Way, yay!
Yeah, that. We should be doing predictions on that stuff.
Whenever there's a live event, we might do one. Anyway, moving on.
Anyways, before we go, I want to cover one other topic, and that's this coming Monday night on Raw, the next generation, or this new generation thing that came out today that everyone's tweeting about. Is this something huge, or is this going to be like the new WWE Network is now $8.99 or some stupid shit like that? What are you guys thinking?
All I can say is I hope it just doesn't end up like the gobbledygooker. If you guys don't know what the gobbledygooker is, look it up.
Oh yeah, I remember that gobbledygooker hype.
It's not going to be anything like the gobbledygooker.
I hope the fuck not.
It's going to be like something's coming. WWE comic books! Or whatever the fuck that was.
They already have WWE comic books.
Whatever the hell that thing was that ended up being like drawings or figures or whatever it was.
Transfiguration.
Yeah, that shit. That was stupid.
Yeah, that and
Or like TNA. Jeff Jarrett. We have big news coming. 3 weeks later. Big news reveal. My daughter's in a Taylor Swift video.
Yeah, that would suck. Or like saying John Cena has No, wait, that would be a good thing.
Shut up, MSK. Fat Boy, what do you think it is? Was it new generation, next generation, whatever the hell?
Next generation.
Roman Reigns tweeted about it. Cesaro's tweeted about it. So obviously the wrestlers know. I mean, obviously they always know what's going to happen, but obviously they're in on it. So it's not like a surprise debut, I would think, because when the wrestlers are tweeting about it too, usually it's, not. I don't know. What do you think?
It could be like the new announce date for the WWE 2K15.
Something like that, I'm assuming.
Anything, but we all know next generation. In NXT they call it the next generation, so it could be a lot of things. It could stem from the NXT. Somebody could get called up. Somebody's, they gotta say, oh, we gotta have one match every Raw where there's one NXT stuff.
That would be awesome.
That could include I don't know. It could be anything. It could be sucky as hell. I am not holding my breath on anything.
I think I know what it is already.
Guys, I'm gonna cut you off because I'm tired of this damn video as it is. I'm not tired, but this video is probably already too long. And it's going to take a while to process because I had to take it down and then re-upload it.
We talk about this in a call.
We'll talk about this in another video, maybe tomorrow, maybe never. If we don't talk about it at all and you get pissed about it, what the fuck are you doing with your life getting pissed that I didn't make a video? Seriously.
Right.
Anyways, everybody, we're not going to do that. Where can they find you on the internet? Because let's face it, Fat Boy's already had it in his little title bar. If you didn't read it already, too bad. You don't want to find out where MSK is because his beavers will eat you alive.
Fuck you.
And as for me, if you really want to look for me, are you retarded? Do you need some Adderall something? You looking for me? Really? Anyways, thank you for watching, and until next time.
Good night, fuckers.
And until next time, I will end with my classic phrase: "Don't eat the yellow snow." Thank you. Goodbye.